Okay, in this video I'm going to show you a couple little tips that you might not know with your Facebook page. So I was having a chat yesterday with someone who asked a couple of questions and I wanted to make a quick video to show them. Firstly, when you're on your Facebook page, you have this admin panel across the top here, and you can click on the show and the panel expands down, and you can collapse it as well. You can click show and hide. You might notice here it shows my name. Okay, now this means I'm on my page, but I'm still sort of within my own Facebook account. Okay, and you can also see here it says change to David Frosdick. Okay, but if I scroll down, if I was to go and comment on one of my own posts like here, you can see my icon for my Facebook page is showing, so that means I am still logged in, and if I make a comment it will appear with my my Facebook page account. Okay, and this little bar, you can actually hide this little bar. This little arrow now appeared on the right just of your name there, and if you click on that, that little bar actually collapses. There you go. Okay, now there's also the option you can use Facebook as your Facebook page. So if I click on the down arrow, it says here use Facebook as, and I can click on Internet Marketing Resource. It then switches over. It's still the same, it just means you're now logged in effectively with your page. So if you're going to go and like someone else's page, or you're going to comment on another page, it would show as you're commenting from your Facebook page. Now here, this image here can be changed quite easily. You can use change cover, and this image can be edited and moved around as well. And if you click on change cover, you can choose an option called reposition. This actually allows you to start moving around your image. Okay, so if you've made an image which is too big, you can move it around and adjust it. Okay, and the same goes for this one. You can adjust this image. This is about 180 by 180 pixels. The minimum width that Facebook specifies is 180, so you need to make sure your image is 180 wide. Okay, just going down the middle, you've got your timeline, and you can see here if you hover over, you get a cross mark up here. Okay, now if I pull that down, I can click here, and then it allows me to actually update my status. If I went to status, you can see that the date is inserted, and it shows the previous day being the 21st, so that was like yesterday. Okay, and I can do that anywhere in my timeline, so I can scroll down here, say here, I can click and then go to status. You can see the date now changes to the 15th. This particular one is at 6 AM, and you can change the time. Okay, now one thing you can do with posts as well is you can obviously go in, you can't edit them, you can remove them, or you can do an option called pin to top. So if I pin that to the top, it means that is now got a little tiny like a label on it. That means it's always going to appear at the top of my Facebook page. Okay, another option you can do is if you unpin it from the top. So I'm just hovering over each box and it gives me these options. One you can do is highlight. Okay, and if you highlight, this takes over the entire top section of the page. So if you see I've highlighted it, it now appears here. I could then also pin to top as well. So that means that's now going to always appear at the top of my Facebook page, and it's highlighted as well. Okay, so anything else, any new posts that I make appear underneath that. To make a new post, if someone ever uses the phrase to make a post, go and make a post on your page, they're referring to this little update here called status, and that's where you'd write something in. Whether it's a link to your site or a product or a thought or a day or a quote, whatever it is, if you're making a post to your page, you would add that page or that text here. Also, if you're adding any links, what it does, it obviously goes and picks up the link. You can see it builds a little an image. It takes an image from the site. You can choose to turn off the thumbnail by using no thumbnail. If you have more images, you can scroll through them. You can then also remove this link. You can just type in text and the link remains. Okay, and the little cross here, it just removes. So if you wanted to change the link and use another link, you could just click remove. Okay, so there's just a couple little things. What you might find yourself using is things like highlight and pin to top, but generally they're just some of the basics of using your Facebook page. Okay, There's obviously a lot more to it. I'm just skimming over a couple of things. These are the likes and the boxes. You can edit different boxes here. You can edit. Generally, when you hover over something, you can see here, I can click on that and it then allows me to go in and edit the basic info for that section of the page. Okay, so I'm hovering over the sort of text here, and that's generally it. And if you scroll down, you'll get to the bottom and you start going into your dates. You've got earlier October and so on. Okay, and obviously you can jump to certain areas of the page by using the dates on the right there. Okay, so they're just a couple little tips. You can't edit posts once you've made them. You can just delete them. So if you actually wanted to edit any text, that's one thing. Obviously it is a downside for a Facebook page. I think you can in Google Plus, you can just edit stuff. But there's some little tips for you. Okay, hope you find that useful.